CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop. CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN.
Guys, the Chicken is here. We're back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going to go over our Season 25 starting guide, everything that you need to know to get off to a great start in the next Warship season. If this is content you enjoy, make sure you leave a like on the video, and don't forget, if you're picking up instant training or anything like that, for Warships this season, or you're grabbing a builder for crab or anything, which I do need to grab because the crab, aka the turtle, is here very, very soon. So, yeah, I appreciate if you use the code CHICKEN in the shop. And if you want to enter the giveaway, check out the Discord server. Link to that is going to be in the video description as always. Yeah, so, you know, I was thinking, what I kind of do before the start of every season is I do like some sort of starting guide video where we go over tips and tricks on everything you guys need to know. I'd like to go a little bit more in depth on some of these things and make more videos, but I don't know. By the time that happens, the season has already started, so, but yeah, if that's something you guys would like to see, let me know. We could talk about like star calculations and, you know, crazy things like that. And yeah, so this season for the sneak peeks coming around, I know OP's not putting out a tech planner like he usually does. He's having some computer issues, unfortunately. You guys don't know what I'm talking about, just make sure you search Op Destroy. But I'm going to try to cover that in some kind of way. I don't know what I'm going to do exactly, but again, I'm just kind of talking about general plans, but and that is something I'd like to do going forward, just be able to have like a simple kind of chart where you're able to see where you're going to start based on where you finished last season, and just some, you know, simple things to look at in terms of the tech tree. So we're brainstorming here, guys. We're brainstorming, but let's go over how we need to start off each and every single Warship season. My notes are far away. Hold on a sec. We're going to slide over here. Slide over here. I'm very nervous. I'm still using that desk that fell apart the other day, so a couple weeks ago now. Time flies, eh? It's crazy. So, what do we got here for War Factory first? Let's take a look here. We got grapplers. We got hot pots. It looks pretty easy for Zukas on the back top area. Unfortunately, we have bullets, so I guess it doesn't really matter for this. So we're just gonna clear some mines here. And what do we want to do next, Chicken? Let's take these flamethrowers. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, so it goes without saying, guys, the first thing that we're gonna want to do going into each and every Warship season is we simply want to have a decent plan. We want to either be watching the sneak peeks or have you know, have an idea of what the tech tree is going to hold for us, so we can at least kind of plan out our day one push. Now, what I'm going to try to do this season is something that I haven't really done before. I'm going to kind of pump the brakes on the beginning stream. I know I like to play and it's fun and it's the beginning of the season and it's helpful, but I think it's better to just get your first chest out of the gates. I got to reload the app here. I think it's better to get your first chest. Nope, that's Chicken. Get your first chest out of the gates, and then from there, you kind of just take a breath. You know, check out the global leaderboard, see what those guys are running on defense, see what they're using on offense, because having the most above and beyond important thing in Warships is to have the best tech tree path, is to not make any tech tree mistakes. As soon as you start making mistakes, your season is kind of ruined. You're not going to have an easy time pushing forward, and it's just going to be a lot more difficult overall. So that's first and foremost, is have somewhat of a plan. Why is the game not working? I don't understand. Everything else on my, like, there's nothing wrong with my Wi-Fi. It's working fine. Hold on here, guys. I mean, I didn't want to just have a blank screen here, but I guess it is what it is. You know, we can only do what we can do, so it's just War Factory anyways. So, alright, so next up, now that we have our plan, we kind of have a pretty good idea of either where we're going to go or what we're looking at, you know, in terms of the first day. It's always a little bit up in the air. You never know 100% beforehand what's going to happen. But what we can do is have an idea of where we want to go and what that's going to look like. Good Lord, finally got back in. Let's change up our troops real quick. We want to grab the Zukas. Yeah, so it's always beneficial to have a bit of a plan going in. Now, the next point is what I was just talking about, pushing right away. Now, we want to push right away to an extent. You want to get your first chest, because if you don't, I'm sure most of you guys know this by now, if you don't push your first chest, then you're behind on chest timers for the rest of the season. And that does a couple things. Number one, you're going to get a little bit less keys and tokens because you're simply opening less chests than everybody else that started at the optimal time. Now, oh, that's going to be dangerous. Goodbye, Zukas. 1, 2, 3. Okay. A little bit scary, but alright. Yeah, so it's going to put you at a bit of a disadvantage in terms of overall tech, in terms of kind of everything. So it's also important because you want to be on the same chest times as everybody else. Now what that means is you want to be unlocking chests and you want to be pushing for chests at the same time that everybody else is. So that's important because typically the best time to push is when people are going for chests and not in between chests. When people are playing a lot in between chests, it means they have something good, they have good tech, whatever. They're ready to push and in battle. The people that are just playing for chests, they might have nothing. They might have no tech at all, and they're just simply waiting for that next chest to get something good. So yeah, push right away to an extent. I apologize for the game. I cannot control this. I don't know what is going on. It works for a second and then it stops. It's very strange. My Wi-Fi is fine. Maybe I got to reset my iPad or something like that. But be familiar with everything. All troops, prototypes, just how Warships works in general. Like, you know, don't do anything stupid where you're going to rush ahead and open up something that doesn't make sense. Like, never get, you know, you would never get mechs in Warships. You know, typically you're not unlocking everything all at once. Things like that. Which kind of goes into our next point. Base riding versus tech riding. I'm going to reset this yet again. So base riding is going to be where you're kind of doing what we were just talking about, where you're unlocking everything and you're really building up your base and you're playing really defensively. It kind of goes to just defense versus offense. And, you know, you can play one way or the other, or you can play a little bit of both. Typically what's best is to just simply hang back, and if there's something really good early on, like, you know, Seekers, for example, before 4 engines, something like that, if you can get to that quickly and before a lot of other people do, that's what's going to get you those huge wins. That's what's going to put you on those big win streaks, is when you have something that most of the people you're playing against do not have. And whatever that looks like, if it's defensive, if it's offensive, if it's something that you have to push towards right away, or if it's something that you can hang back, say it's getting a damage amp after you get all your rocket launchers maxed out. You know, it could be something you push forward to or hang back to, for example. So, yeah, it just depends. It just depends on whatever the biggest and brightest thing is to get. So yeah, understand tech riding versus base riding. If you're losing a lot and you seem to have really good tech, just changing your layout frequently is always a good thing to do. If you have the same base layout for more than 3 days, it's probably stale, or people have it may still be good, but people have figured out how to attack it by now. That's kind of the issue, is you know, when you don't change your base up and it's a really good base, everyone starts running the same base. They understand how to hit it, even if it takes them a little bit of time or whatever. It's just something they're familiar with. Sometimes you can get a nice boost out of simply switching your base to something nobody's using. Typically, you know, we'll copy a base off the leaderboard. That's how most people come up with them. But yeah, if you haven't done that in a few days and you're losing, that's usually a pretty good place to start. So if you're not doing well, there's 3 things you can look at. The tech tree, number 1. What you're attacking with. There's always a best way to attack. We call it the meta. It just means the best way to do something in a game. So there's usually a certain way to attack. Even if you're using the right troops, you might be doing something wrong with them. So check your replays. That's the easiest way to find out what you're doing there. The defense meta, you know, just make sure your base layout is good, like we talked about. Understanding effective tech. So understanding when is a good time for you to push. Basically, it's as simple as, if you're winning and doing well, keep pushing. If you're not, then stop. Don't go on a huge losing streak. Don't get super like tilty with it. You know, as soon as you're like losing more than you're winning overall, it's probably best to take a break and come back when you can get something else from the tech tree. And yeah, that's it. I'm extremely frustrated with this game right now. I don't know what is going on. Of course, I'm ready to end the video, so here we go. I'll try to do it. But yeah, so that is your Season 25 starting guide. I hope that helps you guys out. If there's any other tips and tricks that you guys have, make sure to let me know down below in the comments. Always interested to hear and read your guys' thoughts and concerns. I think I flared onto that box. Did I or did I not? Whoa! Could this get any more scary? Okay, pump the brakes, pump the brakes, pump the brakes. Brick, come back. Okay, see you, Brick. We don't need you anyways. Whoa. Did anyone miss Chicken Smoky Zuka attacks? They're always such an adventure, eh? Good God. Alright, let's go. Let's go critters there. There's nothing in the front that's going to hurt us. I put a med pack on the critters by accident. Interesting choice. If we had brick, that could have been nice. But either way, there it is. I'm done with this stupid glitchy thing. But guys, I hope that helps you out. I hope that gets you started onto Season 25. Make sure to stay tuned for sneak peeks this weekend. Can't say anything, but it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. So, we'll catch you next one, guys. Chicken out. Back.